Hello and welcome to or back to the channel and welcome to another TEW 2020 experiment video here today. Today we go back to Monday, week 1, May 2013. I'm a big fan of the 2013 mod just because it lets me beat Alan Kirbishley and I just think that's funny. And yes, I can't really go to the shortlist to show you the superstars we're looking at because it's mainly, the absence of superstars we're looking at. As today we continue kind of the series that's like semi-gone on, where we looked at, what if the world, what would happen in the wrestling world if the OVW4 didn't exist or if the Shield didn't exist. And today we continue on looking at the women's side now. Asking the question, what if the Four Horsewomen didn't exist? Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. It really cannot be stressed how huge and integral the four of them are to the WWE Women's Division and have been to the WWE Women's Division since they showed up. Combined, they are responsible for 14 Raw Women's titles, 14 SmackDown Women's titles, 4 WWE Women's Tag titles, 4 NXT Women's titles, 1 Divas title, 1 out of 6 Women's Money in the Bank winners, and a third or 2 out of 6 Women's Royal Rumble winners. Yeah, the Four Horsewomen have really contributed a lot and really dominated, largely the last, 10 years across NXT and the main roster, just 7 years on the main roster. And so, yeah, you removed them from the world, and I'm expecting big changes. And so, without further ado, let's simulate forward to, there's going to be a multi-part experiment. So right now we're going to simulate to, I think it's June 2016, when Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks originally debuted on the main roster. And have a look mainly on NXT and see what's different there, because, Charlotte had the belt, Sasha had the belt, and then Bayley took the belt. Becky Lynch never won the belt there. But anyway, we'll see, if any, without all those superstars around, which NXT women are going to stand out above the crowd. I mean, what women do NXT have? Is that it? Because if so, we're in trouble. Wrestlers. We got we got Ashley Miller, we got Emma, Paige, and Raquel Diaz, Shal Guerrero. So maybe these are the new Four Horsewomen. Or maybe they'll go out, hire some new people, and we'll have some big new names doing things. Without further ado, we're going to simulate forward to that date, June 2016 or whatever, and begin to answer that magical question of what if the Four Horsewomen of the WWE never existed. And here we are, Monday, week 2, July 2015. I got both the month and the year wrong. I was saying June 2016. It's July 2015 when Charlotte, Becky, and Sasha, showed up. Of course, they had their triple threat at WrestleMania 32. But here we are, and they won't be having that triple threat because they don't exist. But let's go over here to NXT. And let's just have a look at the women's title first. I mean, Victor and Connor, the Ascension, are stars of NXT. So is Kevin Nash. I assume just like a road agent. But I do love the idea that Kevin Nash has just taken over NXT. He's the head booker. Oh no, Triple H. What have you decided? It became available and they hired Kevin Nash. Mason Ryan was here. Yep, okay. Wow, a lot going on. Aiden English, one of the biggest stars. Let's have a look at the titles. NXT title first of all, because fun. Big E had it. He lost it. He vacated it when he was called up. Luke Harper won it. Good for him. Vacated when he got called up. Camacho. Okay. Aiden English. Now Sawyer Fulton's holding the belt. Tag titles, if you're curious. Wow. Were held by the Ascension, who lost it to Brandon Travon and Mason Ryan. Vacated when they called up. Lost it to Mojo Rawley and Garrett Dillon. Lost it to the Ascension again. For a second run, they lost it to the new champs, CJ Parker, who is Juice Robinson. Yeah. And Rusev, which is a fun team. And the NXT Women's title, which is an interesting one. So Paige, the first champ, lost it to Nina Money, lost it to Ashley Miller, lost it to Debbie Martinez, lost it to Emma, lost it to Diamante, lost it to Emma, 2-time champ. Emma getting a real chance to showcase herself down in NXT. Show what she's capable of. 2-time women's champ now, about the Four Horsewomen getting in her way. kind of star down there. Maybe that'll lead to then Emma doing really well on the main roster. You know, she's had a chance to show herself more over on NXT. Finally, when she gets the call up to the main roster, maybe she'll have that opportunity. I'm seeing Nyla Rose is here, for example. Let's have a look at the women's roster. Alexa Bliss, of course. Amanda Rodriguez, okay. And good looks. Okay. Ashley Miller, of course. Billie Kay, of course. Carmella, of course. Dana Brooke. A lot of names, familiar names popping up. Debbie Martinez, Diamante, Emma, dominating here in NXT. Let's have a look how her popularity is doing. Is she rising? It's slowly getting up, not much really. Is she producing in the ring? 47's okay. Paige is doing better, but okay. Paige never called up so far. Georgia Drake, Geraldine King, Catherine Maivia. I'm going to assume Maivia. Yep, I'm going to assume a relation. Lana, Liv Morgan, Maxine, Nia Jax, Nina Monet, Nyla Rose, Paige, Raquel Diaz, Sarah Amado, Savannah, Serena, Sherry Lawson. So a very young roster overall here, which makes sense. NXT planning for the future of WWE, training these younger female superstars to be in a position ready to, when they get called up, do really well. I mean, I'm based solely on star quality. Anyone above an 80? A couple. Catherine Maivia. Anyone in any way related to the Maivia family has a shot of it, don't they? They breed them differently in that particular bloodline. No stats really standing out, but she does have 81 star quality and 82 sex appeal, so her popularity cap's probably going to be quite high. So, give her the right training, give her the right push, let her win some matches, win some titles. She's a heel. And this Colorado native could do big things, She can switch between face and heel as well. It's good to have that kind of multifaceted style you could use. A psychopath, though. I don't know, she's a needy psychopath. I don't know if WWE will like that combo, but she has all the tools to do some big things, I think, in the WWE going forward. And then Paige as well. Of course, Paige. Not doing as well, though, as our Paige. Popularity's not really rising. She lost the NXT Women's title back in August 2013. She hasn't won it back, and she's just kind of floating around on NXT now, stuck in a forever feud with her partner Serena Deeb against Anne Goodlooks and Tennille Dashwood, Emma, which is not a position I think Paige wants to be in. Looks like Paige might not be making it. WWE-wise, of course, at this point in time, the Divas title was being dominated by AJ Lee and Paige. Mainly, AJ Lee had her long reign. Paige showed up. I think Nikki Bella's in the equation now as well. Yeah. But right now, instead, is that still the case? It's not. The Divas title was held by... Oh, good heavens. Caitlyn? Is that where we start? We start with Caitlyn. Tamina on it. AJ did finally get it, but instead of holding it for 300 odd days, she held it for a month. Lost it to Summer Rae. Won it back, but instead of holding it for 300 odd days, she held it for 2 weeks. Lost it to Tamina. Won it back. 2 months. Lost it to Alicia Fox. Won it back. 2 months. Lost it to Talia Madison. Won it back. 2 months. Lost it to Caitlyn. And then Summer Rae won it. So instead of one long reign for AJ Lee this time around, they've gone for multiple reigns. They're Charlotte Flairing her forward. Without Charlotte Flair around, they've looked at AJ and said, we're going to Charlotte Flair you to 16 women's title reigns. And so, yeah, she's racked up 5 Divas titles already, an impressive little collection. Elsewhere in WWE, if you're curious, John Cena is the World Heavyweight Champion. Yep. And Daniel Bryan is the WWE Champion. They look the exact same, which is an issue. But still, I'm just at... ignore that. Ignore that, okay? The different does. This is the big gold belt, and Big John's got it. US Champion Chris Cesaro. Tag team is Sami Zayn and Kurt Hawkins. Fun tag team. Intercontinental Champions Rollins. Sure. Royal Rumble was won by Brock Lesnar on the double. Money in the Bank. CM Punk. Daniel Bryan. Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's really dominating. CM Punk won the Andre. I'm sure he really liked being in that match. WWE in a strange position, women's division-wise. Because, I mean, star quality, the ceiling they have, AJ Lee and Nikki Bella, the highest ceiling of their divas, of their female superstars. Overall, they've got a few women, and they might look at some of them. They've got Talia Madison in. Madison Rain? Oh no, Velvet Sky. I knew it was one of the beautiful people. Angelina Love's here. They've raided TNA now, without certain superstars coming through. But yeah, their main issue is going to be just that, the future of the women's division. They've got superstars coming through still who could do well. Maybe not building up as quickly as they were, though. Without the blueprint of those four going around, what will they do? I'm excited to see. One of the things I'm excited to see is where is she? Is Catherine Maivia, this new gen in the game through a performance center in December 2014. She's got the Maivia name, so I'm just assuming she's related to that particular family. High star quality, high sex appeal. She's going to have a high pop cap. So, especially with the absence of the Four Horsewomen dominating things, will a new star like Catherine Maivia truly be able to shine out above? Or if not, I'm going to put it down to the psychopath style, the needy personality type. I don't know if these things will mesh with the WWE landscape, but we will have to wait and see. Because that, I think, is going to be it for today. I hope you have enjoyed. Next time, we're going to go all the way forward to present day, and then we're going to do a third part looking into the future, see what a future world like, Because, in the time since July 2015 to now, the Four Horsemen really did dominate with all those Raw women's titles, SmackDown women's titles, women's Money in the Banks, women's Royal Rumbles, I'll set both of those up as well, and the women's tag titles. I'll set up the Raw and women's SmackDown women's titles as well. I'll set everything up from this point, for next time, to see how they get on, and who WWE pushes through the roof with the absence of Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Bayley, and Sasha Banks. But that is it for today. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please do leave a like and subscribe for more to not miss when the second part of this experiment drops. Leave any other experiments you would like to see done in the comments down below as well, as always. And also, as always, I just want to say a very special thank you for watching.